Did y'all see this fucking video? Did y'all see this fucking video? This grown ass sick motherfucker beating on this little ass kid. Did y'all see that shit? I saw the video for the first time this past Saturday. I was out in Brooklyn with my cousins having a good ass time, laughing and shit on top of the world, right? After I watched that video, I literally felt sick to my fucking stomach after watching that shit. I felt sick to my fucking stomach that somebody could do that shit to another person, to another human being, let alone a child? Like, what the fuck? And there's no way in hell anybody can justify the shit that that man did to that kid. First of all, to turn the camera on and record it, you sick motherfucker, that is some sick shit right there. That's some sick shit, okay? I didn't get it. I didn't understand why it had to be recorded. I didn't understand why he had to be interrogated, beat, his hair and eyebrows shaved the fuck off, and then made to work out afterwards. I didn't understand why all that had to happen because he was laughing in school. And then on top of that, what I really didn't understand was, why the fuck is this kid with his grandmother in the first fucking place? Maybe you need your ass whooped. Okay? I don't know if you the father, but you playing the fucking father figure. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck is the kid with his grandmother? And then if you had to, because he says in the video, you know, you was here on Monday, and I had to beat your ass on Monday. So if it's Tuesday, you got to beat him the same way. Is this shit really working for you? Is this shit really working for you? One of the signs to being insane is doing the same shit over and over and expecting a different result. That shit's not working for you. So the video starts off with this scroll. And inside the scroll it says that there's more African American men in jail than there are African American men in college. It also goes on to say that it takes a village to raise a child. And I want to say this. I don't understand how this sick motherfucker thinks that what he did to this child in this video is going to prepare him for college. If anything, it's going to make an adult who can't function in today's society, who's going to end up in jail or inside of an insane asylum. Like, all you're doing is making a fucking monster. You're not making somebody who's going to be college material. That's not making somebody who's going to be college material. For right now, before I even talk about the emotional pain this psychotic motherfucker caused this child, let's talk about the physical pain that he caused this child. Right now, if you go to a hospital, for whatever reason, they have a scale where they measure pain between 1 and 10. 10 being the highest level of pain you've ever felt. Okay? If you tell your doctor or nurse or whoever that you're feeling a 6, they're going to rush out and bring you some drugs to ease that pain. If you tell them you feeling a 10, they cutting your ass open to find out what the fuck is going on. Because nobody should be at a 10. This kid's ass whooping was past 10. That kid's ass whooping was past 10. To be stripped naked and then beat with a leather belt and then made to work out afterwards, so all that sweat is getting into the whelps and shit, like that shit is past 10. And that kid did that shit with no drugs, no nothing. That's just ridiculous. You don't do that to another fucking human being. So let's talk about this sick fuck's steps toward disciplining your child. Step 1 was the investigation. Well, really, step 1 was to turn on the camera. Really, was that? No. Fuck. So let's talk about this sick fuck's steps toward disciplining your child. So step 1 was the investigation. But in reality, step 1 was to turn on the camera, right, you sick motherfucker? That was step 1. So anyhow, step 1 was the investigation. Okay, now keep in mind we're talking about a kid who can't be any more than 8 or 9 years old, in grade school, that's having a problem with his teacher. We're not talking about the first 48, so I'm not understanding the whole investigation part of this situation. I'm not understanding the investigation. What the fuck is there to investigate? I'm not getting that. Like, that part went over my fucking head. I didn't understand that shit. So anyhow, during this investigation, the guy's talking with the kid. Not even with the kid, he's talking at this kid, okay? Because the whole time, there's no eye contact. There's no even exchange. There's just him talking while this kid's looking down at the floor. Real submissive, real passive. And if the guy does ask the kid a question, the kid's so afraid that he's basically answering the questions by saying what he thinks this man wants to hear. How is that helping that kid? How is that helping that kid? I'm not understanding how that helped him. If right now, if I get some shit from the school and the teacher's telling me that Xavier's having a problem in school, I'm going to sit down with Xavier and I'm going to look him dead in his fucking eye and I want him to tell me what happened. I want him to tell me his side of the story because there's two sides to a story. There's always two sides to a story. Just because she's an adult, just because she's a teacher, don't make the bitch right because she could be just as wrong as he was. Because there's two sides. I don't give a fuck if the second side of the story is from a 2-year-old. It's two sides to every fucking story. And I want to hear his side of the damn story. Because I might have to go whoop her ass. You know what I'm saying? Understand me. It's two sides to a story. Removal of swag makes sense to me to a certain extent. I understand that if a kid acts up, then I'm going to take some shit away from you. Okay? You're not going to walk out this house as fly as you used to. Next week when the J's come out, your ass is not going to get them because of da-da-da-da-da. But to take it to the extreme where you're altering somebody's appearance, where you shaving off their fucking eyebrows and shaving off their head, now that shit is going too goddamn far. That shit's going too far. Where he'll go to school and be humiliated, especially in the day and the age of picture phones and shit. Somebody be done snap the fucking picture of his ass and put it on fucking YouTube and Twitter and all over the fucking place. And he looking like a fucking idiot. Now he's humiliated. And that shit will stay with him for the rest of his fucking life. That's going a little too far. Once again, I felt he went too far on it. And let me address this whole, it takes a village to raise a child shit that I can't stand, okay? Because it's enough children being raised by the village, okay? AKA the streets, okay? There's enough children being raised by the fucking streets. What it takes to raise a child is his mother and fucking father who had the motherfucker. That's what it takes to raise a goddamn child. Step up to the goddamn plate and stop making other people responsible for your shit. The part that broke my heart was when he took the kid out the room. And the part that broke my heart was when he took the kid out the room, made him strip, and started beating him with the fucking belt. I wanted to jump through that fucking computer screen and save that little baby so fucking badly, yo. I just wanted to jump to that fucking computer screen and just take him the fuck away from that sick motherfucker that was beating him with that belt. You know, a lot of people are saying to me, well, I used to get beat as a kid. If you got beat like that, there was nothing right about that shit, okay? Like, I get it, you know, if you got to get it beaten with a belt, once or twice is good. But to beat him with a belt as many times as that grown-ass fucking man hit that kid, and you could tell he was hitting him with every fucking thing he had. The shit that's bothering me is that Michael Vick went to jail for killing some dogs. Damn near ruined this man's NFL career. Okay? Took him away from his family over some fucking dogs. Okay? I would hate to think that this man is out walking the streets for doing this shit to a kid. For doing this shit to a human being. I think he should be fucking locked up. The other problem I have is a lot of time went into you disciplining your child. A lot of time went into that. From you getting the camera to setting the camera up to the haircut to the beating with a belt to the workout to editing the video to posting the video. A lot of time went into that. To something that's not going to help him. A lot of time went into that. And I bet that you don't spend the same time that you put into that dumb shit that you would with his homework. In conclusion, I'm not sure if you are this child's biological father or not. If you're not, you need to step down because you're doing more harm than you are doing good with this kid. If you are this child's father, then you need to seek some parenting classes. And you also might want to see a psychiatrist to get this shit right up here because there's something wrong up here. That shit you did with the whole recording shit and all those steps, there's something wrong here with you. Okay? So get this shit together and then come back and then maybe you can be as of a help to your kid instead of a hindrance. Hindrance is a word, isn't it? I don't give a fuck. I'm a YouTube celebrity, so whatever the fuck I want to. And go.